So time is up, and definitely I think from today the video will be clear, and I can upload videos from today to YouTube. Okay, yesterday's video was not clear. A lot of problems in the online teaching. So so after this lockdown ends, okay, there are two possibilities. That is, after this corona lockdown ends, I will continue these classes in the offline. Okay, and those who wants to attend online classes, the timing will be the night timings. I'll take online classes in the night time, like 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock. Okay, so right now it is from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock, or 2 o'clock to 3:30. But after this lockdown ends, if the lockdown ends within 2 months or 1 month, then the timings will change from 2 to 4 to the timings will change to 9 to 10. Okay, so that everyone will be free, because once the lockdown ends, you will be busy in your day-to-day work. Maybe you have to go to work or something. So that's why I take the classes in the night, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. 1 hour is sufficient, and 1 hour is actually equals to 2 hours of the live classes. Because when I teach you in the offline class, you need some, maybe 1 hour to write the notes, right? I'll teach you on concepts, and when you write it, it will take time. That's why we need 2 hours of classes in the offline class. But in the online class, whatever I tell, whatever I show, you can directly take the screenshot. So you don't have to, waste your time in writing the notes. You can directly take the screenshot here. Okay. So definitely, if you have patience, you'll get to know in 2 to 3 days that how much basics from basics I'm teaching. Okay, just wait, because in one day don't judge anything. Okay, maybe one day my day was bad, okay, something like that. But if you wait for 2 to 3 days, you'll understand the concepts are easy, and I'll be teaching it very in a smooth manner, and you'll understand. Okay. So, and if today also there is a problem in the internet, okay, then the only option left is I have to again move back to Bangalore. Okay, to buy this, yesterday I traveled from Bangalore to Mangalore. I came to my hometown to buy this, because in Bangalore it was not there. So I had to move that. Because of this, I came to hometown. And again, if there is a network problem, again I'll go back to Bangalore, and it will take 1 day to go there. So if any problem is there, then I'll take classes in Bangalore, online classes. Fine. So yesterday, what I thought, maybe I have thought that numbers about multiplication, division, right? So definitely we'll go more on that. Okay, we'll learn more on that, but not right now. Okay, we'll go with the basics. We'll go with the basics, because that again, that multiplication, division, it's all maths, right? And that math skills is also important in programming. Okay, it is really important. So let me now go with the basics, Java basics. So let me change the screen here. Okay, fine. Whiteboard. I'll go to the whiteboard. Okay. Oh. So first, let's understand, something about a computer. Okay. So I'll just explain this for, maybe 3 to 4 minutes. Then this concept is over. Okay. Some theory here. So there are three important, components in our computer. Three important components. Okay, the very important component is this is microprocessor. Okay, this is the very important component of our computer. Okay, this is microprocessor. We can call it as a MUP. Okay, we can call it as MUP. That is a microprocessor. Then there is a very second most important component. Okay, please stop drawing. Okay, please stop drawing here. Okay, so the second most important component, okay, the second most important component is RAM. Because you as a programmer, you should know what is RAM, what is MIPI, what is hard disk. Okay, that's a basic thing. I'll take 5 minutes to brush up this concept. And one more important component is there, that is hard disk. Okay, these three are very important for us, for a programmer to understand what it is actually. Okay, fine. So I will. These are the important things which are there now, but this was not the only case. In the 1944. Okay, in 1944, what happened is these two things were not there. Okay, these two things were not there. There was no hard disk, there was no RAM. In 1944, there was only one thing. And again, I'm sorry if the date is wrong. Okay, the date can be wrong. I'm telling approximate date. In 1944, May, only MUPI was there. Only MUPI was there. Okay, RAM and hard disk were not there at all. So what happened is people were storing the program in the MUPI. They were writing this MUPI. They were writing the program, and they were storing it in MUPI. But they have soon understood, that MUPI cannot hold large amount of data, because this microprocessor is a small component and the storage capacity is very low. The storage capacity is very low. They have got to know this. Then they were very sad because they were not able to store the larger programs. Now what they have done, I will tell you, they have created one hard disk. They have created one hard disk. So I'll go to this. Okay. So they have created one hard disk. Why they have created? They have created this hard disk so that they can store. Okay, they can store these programs, line by line programs. They can store in the hard disk. Now they have a storage space. Okay, and they will give this. They will give this code. They will upload this code to the microprocessor. Okay, they'll upload this code to the microprocessor. Now what this will do? This will execute that code. This will execute that code, and it will give you the output. Okay, this was happening. So why did they create this hard disk? They created the hard disk to store the program. Okay, to store the program. Now there is a problem here. There is a problem here. What's the problem? I'll tell you. See, this MUPI. Okay, this MUPI, this microprocessor. Okay, it is a semiconductor technology device. Semiconductor technology device. Okay, and this hard disk, I hope all of you know, maybe you might know this. Hard disk will contain some disk, right? Do you know some fan sound will come in the hard disk? That is because it is based on magnetic technology. It is based on magnetic technology. Okay, it is based on semiconductor technology. Okay, so semiconductor technology devices are very, very fast in nature. Okay, they are very fast in nature. So your magnetic technology is not so fast. It is not so fast. So what happened here is speed mismatch has happened. Speed mismatch. Why? Because your hard disk, it is very slow and it will take a lot of time to give the instructions to the MUPI. Okay, it will take a lot of time to give the instruction to the MUPI. That is why there was this problem. Why the problem came? The problem came because this. Yes, let me draw this, because these two, magnetic and semiconductor, they were not matching at all. Okay, magnetic and semiconductor, the technologies were not matching. Because of their mismatch in the technology, the speed also reduced. So I hope you understood what's the problem here, right? Okay. So now, okay. So in the meanwhile, whatever I'm telling, whether the video and audio, are they clear or not? Can you please, chat in the chat box here? Can you please chat? My video and audio, are they clear or not? Yes. Okay. Fine. At least something, because of the travel and all. Okay, very clear. Okay, fine. Yes, now let's move here. So this was the problem. Now how to overcome this? After 10 years, people invented like this. Watch here. Now what they have done, okay, what they've done is they already have one MUPI. Okay, they already have a MUPI, right? They have this MUPI. They knew that if they bring this hard disk, if they directly connect the hard disk, definitely there is a mismatch here. Okay, that is why they yes, let me go here. Yes, they removed this hard disk. They told connection is not required. The hard disk is a waste. Who will write this program in a slow manner? That's why they discontinued this hard disk and they invented something called as random access memory, RAM. Okay, they created this RAM. Now, if you think, so this hard disk is made of, magnetic technology, okay, magnetic technology, and this RAM, what is it made up of? Definitely, if they discontinue this magnetic technology, don't you think this is also a semiconductor technology? This is also a semiconductor technology device. Okay, this is also, I will not complete it. Okay, semiconductor. Okay, this is semiconductor technology device, and UP is also semiconductor technology device. Now, since both of the technologies are matching, okay, both of the technologies are matching. Okay, now what happened is speed is same. It is very fast. Whatever is stored in RAM. Okay, whatever is stored in RAM. Okay, maybe I will store a program in RAM. I will store a program. Okay, line by line instructions I will store, and I can now give it to the microprocessor. I can now give it to the microprocessor. Now the speed is very fast. Okay, now people were very happy. The people were very happy. Why? Because immediately the program used to execute. Okay, immediately the program used to execute. So finally, who executes the program? It is the MUP, the microprocessor, who executes the program. So why they created hard disk and RAM? To store the programs. Why can't we store the programs in microprocessor? We can't store the programs in microprocessor because the memory is very small in microprocessor. Okay. Why did they discontinue hard disk? They discontinued hard disk because it was very slow in nature. Okay. So why they introduced RAM? They introduced RAM because it is of the same technology to the microprocessor. Simple point. Okay. Next, sir, were they happy here? Was everything all right now? No, it was not all right. Sir, what's the problem, sir, now? Because speed is also matching, we can store the program. Then what's the actual problem? The actual problem was, okay, now I want you to understand, maybe you are in the first year of engineering. In the first year of engineering, everyone had one programming language called as C. If you did ever engineering. In that days, I think your teacher, ma'am or sir, they were telling that a savior program. I hope you remember that, right? Why they should tell like that? Because whatever you typed, it was in the RAM. That is the problem. Now I'll tell you what happened is in the 1950s. Okay, 1950s, maybe RAM came into picture. See, I'm just telling you the numbers. Don't search in Google and tell I am wrong. I am wrong. I know. I'm just telling the dates so that you will have some story here. What happened is in 1950s, what happened is they were very happy, right? But suddenly what happened is one night, a programmer used to program from morning 9 a.m. to night 9 p.m. Okay, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. he used to code thousands of lines. He already coded, right? But suddenly what happened? Suddenly the power was cut off. His home now doesn't have a power. Now what happened is whatever you stored in the RAM, it gets deleted once the power is off. Whatever you typed, okay, it gets deleted, which means now RAM, it used to store program, but as long as the power is supplied. So your semiconductor technology is not a magnetic technology, right? Magnets, I hope you can think, right? Magnets, you don't think if you keep it somewhere, after thousands of years also, you have some magnetic property. That is why hard disk was, okay, it was very good to store the data for a long time, because that hard disk don't need power supply to retain the data, because it was using magnetic technology and magnets will be stored, right, for a long time. But semiconductor technology is based on voltage, it's based on current, which means as long as you supply current, it will retain the data. Now don't you think when the power cuts off, the current is lost, and the data is also lost, because RAM continuously requires power supply. Okay, now that was a problem here. So this person, whatever he coded from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., that is lost now. Now he is also very sad. It was a use of RAM now, because if I write a program today, tomorrow it is not available to me. This was the problem. Okay, then what happened? Is they looked back. Hey, this is not at all bad. Why? Because whatever hard disk was there, That was also very good actually. So why don't we use the features of RAM also, use the features of hard disk also. Now the advantages of hard disk was, first of all it was cheap. Okay, and second of all, it used to retain the data. Okay, it used to retain the data. Okay, this was the advantages of hard disk. What was the advantages of RAM? The advantages of RAM was it was very speed, right? It was very speed in nature. This was the advantages of RAM. So they combined these two, hard disk and RAM, okay, so that the computer will be very fast. Now what happens is, okay, I will clear here. Okay. They were very happy because they have finally found a solution. Hard disk was there, RAM was there, and microprocessor was there. Yes, RAM and microprocessor, like this. Now what they did was they stored lots of files here. Okay, maybe I will make it like this. Watch here. I'll do undo here. Okay, so let me change the color. So maybe this is my file one. Okay, this is my file one file. Okay, I'll make a second file here and I'll create a second file. Okay, and I'll create a third file. Yes, so imagine there are 3 files here. So hard disk can store, right? Yes, now there is a connection. This connection is called as bus connection. Okay, this connection is called as the bus connection. What is this bus connection? You know, bus connection is a connection, the wire which you're seeing inside your computer. Okay, it will connect the devices, hard devices. Okay, hardware devices, it will connect together. That is only called as bus connection. Okay, so now data transfer used to happen from these bus connections. Now in the RAM, everything was not stored. Everything was stored in the hard disk. So whenever you want to execute, what will happen is the content from here. Maybe I want to execute this file number 1. The content from here, first it is loaded to RAM. After it is loaded to RAM, you know, let me draw it like this. Maybe after loading it to RAM, line by line instruction was there like this. Okay, 4 lines were there. Now it is loaded to RAM. Now definitely it will take some time. To load the content to the RAM. Why it will take time? Why? Because it is of the magnetic technology and it is of the semiconductor technology. That is why, you know, technology mismatch is there. That is why it will take some time to load into the RAM. I hope you are able to understand till now. Now, once it is loaded successfully, the microprocessor, see, microprocessor is a very important component. You take time from hard disk to RAM. There is no problem here. Okay, from hard disk to RAM you take time, but from RAM to MUP you should not take time, because MUP is a hungry person. Okay, he is a hungry person. As soon as he gets one instruction, immediately he wants another instruction. So you should not make wait, right? That is why after everything is loaded onto the RAM, now you watch here, you know, one by one line. Okay, one by one line. This line is given to the bus, so it reaches here. It reached. As soon as it reached there in the microprocessor, immediately it will ask the second instruction. Now the second instruction is readily available because it is very speed. So second instruction also will go there. It will execute. By the time it finishes the second instruction, you know, third instruction is ready because it is of the same technology. So third instruction also goes there like this. You know, one by one it will execute. One by one it will execute. So finally, if you want to execute anything, don't you think first it has to be available in RAM? Yes. Okay. That is why RAM is very important. Now, okay. I hope you are able to remember. You know, whenever you are loading this video, maybe imagine you have a movie in your hard disk. Okay, you have brought on hard disk. Okay, you have a movie of 2 GB movie. When you double click it, okay, immediately will it open or will it take 2 seconds, 3 seconds, right? It will take 3 seconds. Why? Because when you double click a movie, okay, you want to play the movie. If you want to play the movie, you know, definitely that has to be done by the microprocessor only, which means the movie from here has to reach to the microprocessor. But if you don't use RAM, you know, it will take you maybe, you know, for 5 years to watch that movie. That's slow it is. Okay. Now, what your RAM will do is first it will load the movie. Okay, first it will load the movie into the RAM. It will take 3 seconds, right? Now, once it is completely loaded, now it will start playing for you. That playing is only from the RAM to the new P. Okay, I hope this concept is clear for you. Okay, I hope this concept is clear. Now, why RAM? We have introduced RAM to make our devices speed. Okay, now you might be thinking, sir, hard disk is there, I have maybe 2 TB hard disk. Okay, uh, this 2 TB costs around 5k. Okay, 5,000 it costs. So RAM, why we are using only 4 GB RAM? Okay, why we are using 4 GB RAM, 8 GB RAM? Why can't we use 2 TB RAM? If you are thinking, see 2 TB. I hope 1 TB. I hope 1 TB is approximately 1024 GB. Okay, so out of this only 4 GB is our RAM, because our RAM is very costly. Okay, our RAM is very costly. If you make 2 TB RAM, if you make 2 TB RAM, definitely your speed will be faster, but you won't be having that much money to buy that RAM. Okay, so that's a limitation of RAM. It is very costly. RAM is very costly. Okay, I hope you have understood some concepts here. The reason why I'm not going more in deeper in this is because no one will ask this for you. Okay, no one will ask this. Then why I'm doing it in the class? I'm doing it in the class because you'll understand what is RAM, what is hard disk, what is microprocessor as a program. Okay, I hope this concept is clear. Now let me talk something about RAM here. Okay, now I will clear this. I'll clear this. If you think you have not taken down the screenshot, you have not taken the screenshot, no problem, because no one will ask. So I will not ask you to take the screenshot every time. Whenever you feel to take the screenshot, you can take the screenshot. Now RAM, our RAM is divided into 4 parts. Okay, our RAM is divided into 4 parts. Imagine this is our RAM. Okay, our RAM is divided into 4 parts. The first part, okay, the first part is, we'll call it as code segment. Code segment. Code segment. Okay, what is this code segment? This code segment, what will happen is, whatever your program, whatever code is there in your program, everything is stored there. Okay, whatever you write, everything is stored there. Right now, please don't give much concentration of what is this code segment and all. In the future classes, I'll tell you. Okay, now there is one more segment. Okay, stack segment. Stack segment. Okay, then there is one more segment, that is static segment, and one more is there, that is heap segment. Okay, core segment, stack segment, static segment, and heap segment. Now, what is this? Where is this present? This is present in the RAM. Okay, this is present in the RAM. Now, why they have made these four segments? See, it is made to store the data. Okay, to store the data. They have stored the data in separate sections. Why they have done like that? They have done like that so that accessing will be easy. Accessing will be easy. Whenever you do segments, accessing will be easy. How, if you are thinking, I would like to give an example using my purse here. See, don't you think my purse also has many segments? See, there is a segment which will store this coin, okay, and there is a segment which will hold my ATM cards. There is a segment which will hold my ATM cards. There is a segment which will store only 10 rupees, 50 rupees, like that. And there is a back segment here in the purse which will store 2000 rupees. Okay. So I hope you're able to think here, right? If there is a segment, then accessing will be easy. Now imagine my purse is here, right? Someone tells me, hey, give me 1 rupee coin. If someone asks me, give me 1 rupee coin, now don't you think I exactly know where my 1 rupee coin is? I'll just open and directly I will go to this coin location. Okay, I'll go to this coin location and I have 1 rupee coin, right? This is the advantage, when you segment, you'll exactly know where to go and where to search. Our searching will be very faster. Okay, that's why these segments are done. I hope this concept, RAM concept, is very clear for you. Okay, all this core segment, static segment, heap segment, we'll talk in detail, but not right now. Just we'll have the overview of it right now. Did you understand the concept till here? Please comment yes or no. Okay, fine. Yes, I will clear this. Okay. Now, okay, Mike, what I'll teach you is today I will teach you, instance variables, local variables, how to initialize, how to declare, everything I'll be teaching you, which are very basics. Okay. But before that, I have to tell you what are the data types. Okay. Okay. So in real world, we have many types of data, right? That is, if someone asks me a question, okay, I will tell yes or no. Okay. Are you happy today? I can either tell the answer by yes or no. So yes or no means true or false. Okay, true or false. So that true or false is called as Boolean. Okay, we have a data type called as Boolean. Okay, I'm sorry, I think I pressed a button here. Okay, yeah. Okay, there is a data type called as Boolean. This Boolean will hold, either true, lowercase, true, or it will hold false, lowercase. Okay, that is one of the data type. And in real life, I have, maybe let's say hands. How many hands do I have? I have one hand, two hand, three, two hands, right? How many fingers I have? I have maybe 10 fingers. So like that. So these are the whole numbers, right? So these are called as integers. Okay, I have integer data type. Okay, I have integer data type. It will store the numbers. Okay, it will store the numbers. Actually, it will store the numbers from. Don't try to remember this. From I'll approximate it. From -2 like this. 2 to the power 10 actually. Okay, if 10 zeros are there, I'll check. Okay, maybe imagine 10 zeros are there here. Okay, okay, 10 zeros. 2 plus 2 like this. Okay, so negative value to positive value, negative value to positive value. 10 zeros are there. Okay, I have not written 10 zeros. I'm not writing the exact value because right now it is not important. I want you to understand that. Okay, so this is what your integer value will hold. Okay, this is what your integer value will hold. Now there is one more data type that is called as float. Okay, float. What this float do? This, remember, see, if you have your marks, right, percentage, don't think percentage is like 66.66, 92.89. So decimal values are there, then it will take, float will take that value. Float will take the value. It will take decimal values like 22.5. Okay. Okay. So, okay. So next we have char. We have char. This char data type, it will store the characters like A. Okay. It will store the characters like, maybe B, maybe Z. Okay. Maybe uppercase A. These are the data the character data type will store. Okay. Now I will not talk more. I will not talk more about other data types as of now. Okay. Right now, let's understand only this much. Right now, let's understand only this much here. Okay, because other data types you don't have to worry. I will do something, I will give you the link, I will give you the resources. Okay, I'll give you the resources to learn Java. Okay, that we'll see later, but let's concentrate on programming now. Okay, these are the data types. Okay, now let's see one thing. Okay, let's see one thing. What will be the output? Okay, I will see in Java, int is different, float is different. That is why I will clear all drawings. What is the output if I tell 5 divided by 2? What is the output now? What is the output now? Can anyone tell me the answer? What is 5 divided by 2? Okay. My voice is breaking. Guys, is my voice is breaking? Little bit. Okay. Okay. Okay, fine. Okay. So we'll see here. What is 5 by 2? See, mathematically speaking, 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, 2.5 is our answer mathematically, right? Yes. But, okay. But actually, programmatically, it is wrong. Okay. Because I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. See, integer by integer, 5 is of what type? Okay, let me write here, maybe if I do 5 divided by 2, okay, now 5 is of what type? 5 is of integer type. I hope you are understanding. 2 is of what type? 2 is of integer type. Okay, both are of integer type, and integer by integer is integer only. I hope you want to understand. See, integer by integer is integer only. Okay, integer by integer is integer, which means the answer is 2.5. In the 2.5, don't you think this 0.5 is a decimal part? There are two parts for this answer. There is a integer part, there is a decimal part. Now this 0.5 is a decimal part. Okay, and which is the integer part here? The integer part, okay, the integer part is 2 only. This is my integer part, and this is my decimal part. Okay, this is my decimal part, and integer by integer is integer. That is why I am only interested in the integer here. The integer value is 2. That is why if I do 5 by 2, the answer will be 2. Okay, I hope you have understood this concept. You can take the screenshot. You have 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I have counted more faster than the seconds, but it's fine. Okay, now I will show you the code. Yes, so as I told yesterday, okay, is my screen visible? Okay, share screen. I'll tell. Okay, share screen. Okay, here. Okay, so I told yesterday, and today also I'll tell you. See, don't worry. What is this class? What is public static void main? I think not in today's class, but in tomorrow's class, I'll exactly explain. How to write methods, how to create methods, because that is very important. Okay, what is static method? How to call a static method? We'll be seeing that in detail. Okay, with more examples we'll be seeing. As of now, let's understand. Okay, and I'll tell you, this technique, technique is important in our life also. You see, whenever I learn any new technology, what I'll do is I'll try to understand a concept. But if it is not clear, I will not make a tension. I will not tense myself by telling I have not understood this, not like that. Because I know that when I go in the future, I'll completely understand what was this previous topic all about. So let's not worry about this now, because when you go in the future, we'll understand what is this all about. Okay. So if I have to print something, you have to by heart right now. If I have to print, it is system.out.println. Okay, this is what you have to tell. Fine. Now I will tell 5 divided by 2. I will tell 5 divided by 2. Let's see. I will compile and execute, and I'll make a separate video. I'll upload in the YouTube, and I'll send you how to install this JDK, how to install this Edit Plus. This software is Edit Plus. How to run program, I'll tell in separate video. Okay. See, answer is 2, right? 5 by 2 is 2. 5 by 2 is 2. Okay, this is the answer. Now, let's see one more thing. What is maybe 3 by 2? What is 3 by 2? I'm sorry, I have written there, 3 by 2. 3 by 2, answer is actually 1.5, but integer by integer is integer. So, answer is 1. Answer is 1. See, answer is 1. So if I do 10 by 2, okay, it is a normal answer. 10 by 2 is 5. So yes, right, 10 by 2 is 5. Okay, now what this is a little important. I am talking about conversion type, explicit conversion and implicit conversions. So watch here. I'll close this. I will stop the screen share. Okay. Okay. Now you tell me the answer now. What is 5, okay, divided by 2.0? What is 5 divided by 2.0? Can anyone tell me? What is 5 divided by 2.0? What's the answer? 2.5, Vikas Kumar. Okay. Anyone telling 2? Sir, answer is 2 only. Okay. Maybe you might be waiting for me. So watch here. what type our 5 is. What is the type? Okay. Okay. This type is integer type. This is integer type. Okay. Okay. Now what this 2.0 is? Okay. Those who know this Java programming language, okay, you know that what I'm telling is little wrong. Okay. But for a beginner, let's say that this is the float type. Okay. This is the float type, because by the way, it is not a float type, it is actually double type. But let's imagine, because many of them are beginner here, this is a float type. Okay. Now integer, see, integer by integer is integer, right? But integer by float, what is the answer? Okay, what is the answer? That we have to understand. See, our compiler is there, right? Our compiler, what it will do is, it will never make a loss of precision. Okay, it will never make loss of precision. It will not make the data to be lost. Okay, so what happens is, you only think and tell me, don't you think 2.0 has more precision than 5? Don't you think 0.0? 0.0 means some extra value you are telling. The precision is more, right? Precision is more in the decimal. That is why, okay, this has the higher precision than the integer. So which has the higher precision? Our float has the higher precision, right? That is why what the compiler will do is, compiler will typecast, okay, it will typecast this int, to float. Okay, because the type should be same, it should be same type here. Okay, I want you to understand the numerator and denominator. See, I'll tell you this thing now. See, whenever you're doing operation, okay, whenever you're doing operations can be done on the same type. Okay, actually you can't do integer by float, you can't do. That is why compiler will see, hey, this is one integer, this is one float, two different types, because integer is a different type, float is a different type. That's why compiler, the different types are there, right? It will make it to the same type. After making to the same type, then only it will do operation. So what this will do, now it wants to make it to the same type. Now it will not do the mistake like this. Okay, if it wants to make to the same type, don't you think this float should become int now? Okay, this float should become int, because once it becomes int, now int and int are the same type, right? Int and int are the same type. And if I make it as int, understand one thing, that the 0.0 int means this value is lost, 0.0 is lost. Don't you think if I make it to integer, 0.0 is lost, which means I'm removing some value from this 2.0. That compiler will not agree at all. Okay, I want you to understand. That is why from float to integer, typecasting will not happen. Okay, compiler will not do the typecasting from float to integer. Okay, why? Because the value will be lost. Okay, that is the reason. That is why this will not do. The compiler, what it will do? See, if operation has to happen, both has to be same type, which means, okay, making this an integer is not an option. What it will do is, it will make this integer to float. Now don't you think this float and this float and this float, now they are both same now? Okay, these two float are same type it is. Yes, now there is no problem for the compiler, because it has not removed any value, but it has added a value. That is, when you make it as float, what will happen is, okay, here 0.0 is added, 0.0 is added, and float by float you are doing now. Float by float, if you do, answer is float. Integer by integer is integer. So float by float is also float. So answer will be now 2.5. Answer is 2.5. Of what type? Of float type. Now tell me, is this 0.5 lost? 0.5 is not lost, because it is not of the integer type, it is of the float type. Okay, and in this float type, decimal values are supported. That is why 2.5 is our answer. Okay, yes. So I want you to understand, if you do, okay, I will, yeah. If you do 5.0 by 2.0, answer is 2.5. Or if you do 5 by 2.0, answer is still 2.5. Why? Because the compiler will place its own 0.0 here. Compiler will place the 0.0 there. Why it will place the 0.0 there? Why? Because both has to be same type, then only operation can be done. Okay, I hope you're understanding that. Now we'll see one more scenario, that is, what if it is 5.0 divided by 2, 5.0 by 2. Again the same thing. Why? Because this is of the what type? This is of the float type. Okay, float. This is of the integer type. Can a operation happen between two different types? No, operation can't happen between two different types. That is why compiler will make this, it will remove this int and it will make it as a float. It will make it as a float. How? By adding a 0.0 here. Compiler will add 0.0. Now float by float you are doing, and the answer will be 2.5 again. 2.5 again. Okay, which means you have to understand. Okay, if any one of them, if any one of the values is a float, the whole answer is float. Okay, I hope you have understood this. Now let me, you can take screenshot. You have maybe 5 seconds to take screenshot. Okay, yes, I will clear all drawings. Okay, I'll share you the code now. Watch here. Now, see, 5 divided by 2.0. 5 divided by 2.0. Okay, I will compile again. Answer is 2.5. Okay, so I hope you have understood. And if you change the numerator and denominator, it will be the same. Okay, it will be the same. Let's make it 5.0 in the numerator. The answer will be same again. Answer will be same again. Okay. So I hope you have understood, what is the difference, between the real maths and the computer maths here. Okay. So let me share the screen. Okay. So you have understood about these signs, right? And you have understood about data types also. You understood about data types also. So let me tell you this data type list. Okay, now I'll tell you one list. Okay, so the lowest data type is something called as byte. The lowest data type is something called as byte. Now what this byte will do, the range is somewhere. Okay, that is if you know maths. Okay, it is 2 to the power 7 minus 1. So it is minus 128 2. Okay, 2 plus 127. Okay, this is the range a byte data type can store. Byte is a data type. Okay, then comes your short. Okay, your short will store the value. I don't have by heart, but it is around something like this: 63,356. This much big it is. Okay, minus 2 plus 63,357. Something like this. Near this range it is. Okay. Now I'll tell you. You don't have to really remember programmatically how to get these exact values. Later we'll see. Okay. Then there is this byte is of 1 byte. Okay, this 1 byte of memory it takes. 1 byte of memory. Now what is this 1 byte of memory? 1 byte of memory means 1 byte is a chunk of memory. Okay, byte is the smallest memory. Inside that 1 byte, if this is my 1 byte. Okay, if this is my 1 byte, 1 byte has 8 bits. Okay, 1 byte has 8 bits. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8 bits. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Yes, so this is 1 byte. So 8 bits make 1 byte. Okay, now the byte data type, it takes 1 byte of memory. Short data type will take 2 bytes of memory. Okay, then there is a char data type, to store the character. Yes, it will take 2 bytes. It will take 2 bytes in the memory. Okay, then you have integer data type. Okay, you have integer data type. It will take 4 bytes. It will take 4 bytes in the memory. Okay, I'll see in more detail. I'll explain in the future, but I want you to remember these numbers. Byte is 1 byte, short is 2 bytes, carry is 2 bytes, byte is 4 bytes. Okay, then integer. See this integer. Don't think it has a limit. That is 2 power 2 into 10 to the power 10. Okay, minus 2 to the power 10 into 10, 2 plus 2 to the power 2 into 10 to the power 10. Okay, so nearly this range, not exactly these values, because exact values are not important here. No one can remember them for a long time. So this is what it stores. Okay, then there is there is a long data type. Okay, which will store 8 bytes. Okay, 8 bytes. This long is not a double now. Okay, it is not a float. It will still hold the integer value only. Okay, you can't store 5.2 in the long. You can store 55, 66, 77 only, but the data type is very large. Okay, the data type is very large. That is nearly up to 2 to the power 32, nearly 2 to the power 31 minus 31 minus 1. Okay, so from this range to that range, it is very very large. We'll see in the future. Okay, then there is a float data type. Okay, there is a float data type which is of the 4 bytes. Okay, which of the 4 bytes. This will hold the decimal value. But what if you want to store larger decimal values, right? Because this float, it only stores maybe up to 6 decimal values. Okay, it stores up to 6 decimal values. What if you want to store 100, maybe 20 decimal values, 30 decimal values, right? Then there is 8 bytes. 8 bytes, that is double. Okay, there is a data type called as double, which has more precision than the float. Okay, see, for example, if I want the precision for my marks, 55.5% I got in my maybe engineering, let's say. So 55.5, that precision is enough for me. So float is enough for me. But if I'm talking about the distance between India and Pakistan, or let's say distance between Earth and Sun, don't you think I need all the precisions possible? Yes, whatever precision is available, I need the exact detail, because if I'm going to send a rocket, I can't simply remove my accuracy, right? I should be more accurate. That is why in those cases, you have to use double here, which has more precision. Okay, fine. Now, so these are our data types. Okay, so purposefully I'm not giving much detail about this, because it will waste a lot of time, which is not required for a programmer. This much is not required. So now I'll tell you, what is a operator, what is a operand, how to initialize a variable. That is what I will tell now. Watch here. Okay, you can take the screenshot of this if you want. This is very important here. At least this one. This is very important here. Okay, this part. That is, byte will take 1 byte of memory. Shorts will take 2 bytes of memory. Okay, fine. Let's see now. Text. Okay. So if okay, now let's see what are operators. Okay, what are operators, and okay, what are operands. Okay, this is what we'll see. What is a operator? Okay, what is a operand? That is important to understand. This is an important terminology. So let's say I am yes, I am writing this equation, that is 2 plus 5. Okay, 2 plus 5 I have written. So in this 2 plus 5, this plus whatever you are seeing, plus, this is a operator. Okay, plus is a operator. Plus is a operator. Now we have other two things here, right? Yes, we have 2 and we have 5, and these two are nothing but our operands. Okay, so operator and operands, I hope you have understood, right? Plus is a operator, and the variables, the numbers, are operands. Okay, I want you to take screenshot of this. Okay, take the screenshot. I hope you have understood what is a operator, what is a operand. Okay, now next, let's see. Okay, clear all drawings. Okay, I will ask this question now. This is a simple question. Okay. So if I write, don't you think I can write -5 actually? Okay. I will remove. I will use different color here. Yes. I will use -5. See, definitely -5 is a valid expression, right? It's a valid mathematical expression. So -5 plus 5 is a valid. So definitely 5 is a operand. Definitely. This minus, don't you think it is a operator? Yes, minus is a operator. Okay. So here, what I'm trying to tell you is some operators. Don't you think some operators have one operand? Yes. Some operators have one operand. Other operators have two operands. Okay. Yes. So I will give an example like this. Watch here. So if I write 5 plus 2, okay, don't you think there are two operands here? There are two operands. Yes. So some operator has only one operand. Some operators have two operand. This is the concept. This is the concept of unary operator and binary operator. Okay. I hope that is clear. So now I'm talking about unary, okay, versus binary operators. Okay. Operators. Okay, unary versus binary operators. What is a unary operator? Unary operator is an operator which has only one operand. Okay, unary operator is an operator which has only one operand. Binary operator is an operator which has two operand. Okay, now we can write not of true. We can write not of true. Okay, true is a operand. Okay, this is a boolean value. I have told you, right? True and falses are boolean values. Okay, not is a operator, and this operator has only one operand, so this is a unary operator. And remember this note, okay, remember this note because we'll be using it in the future. Unary operator, okay, unary operator has, okay, higher precedence. It has higher, okay, precedence, or let's say priority, higher priority than binary operator. Okay, so unary operator has the highest priority than the binary operator. Okay, that we'll see later in the future. We'll clearly understand what it is. So I want you to take this screenshot. What is unary? Okay, so this is a unary operator, and I'll write binary operator 5 plus 2. So yes, so this is a binary operator, and sorry, this is a unary operator. So actually this is a binary operator. Okay, yeah. Okay, so take this screenshot. Take this screenshot. Okay, so I hope you have taken the screenshot. Now let's talk about initialization declaration. Okay, okay, clear all drawings. Okay. So now let's imagine. I want to store a value to a variable. What is a variable? Variable is a memory, which will hold the data for you, and you can assign the value, right? So I will share the screen now. Watch here. I will do screen sharing. Okay. Fine. So now what I want to do is I want to store the value 5. Okay, I want to store the value 5 to a variable. So what I'll tell is like this. Okay, give this 5 to something. Give this 5 to something. What is that something? That something is a name. Maybe I'll tell it as A. Give this 5 to A. Now watch here. Okay, I will annotate. Yes. So I'm telling you this 5. Okay, always remember in Java, and in most of the languages, assignment will happen from right to left. Okay, from right to left, assignment operation will happen. So I'm telling like this, right? Give this 5 value to something. What's the something? That is A. Okay, that is A. Okay, this is simple. And I have told give it to A. Now don't you think I have to put semicolon here? Okay, because see in Java, whenever you tell my job is done, whenever you tell my job is done, you have to tell semicolon. Okay, fine. Now what I have stored in the A, I have stored 5 in the A. I want to print that A value. So system dot out dot println. Okay. If I tell println print A, okay, if I tell print A like this, can anyone tell me what is the answer here? What's the answer? Okay. Answer is 5. Error. Yes. It's not 5. Watch here carefully. Okay. That's why I'm telling you the importance of initialization and declaration. Okay. Watch here. What I'll do is I'll compile. Okay. When I'm compiling, it will show me one message. Okay. It will show me one error message. What it is telling? See, it is telling error cannot find symbol. Okay. A equals to 5. There is a problem here. Okay. It is telling variable A cannot find symbol. Okay. Now let's see what it is trying to tell us. Okay. What it is telling is this A, whatever you are seeing A, you have written the name for the A, but you did not tell what type it is. Okay. That is very important in Java. Whenever you are declaring a variable, you have to tell what type it is. Okay. Now tell me 5. Is it of float type? Is it of Boolean type or is it of integer type? 5 is of integer type. That is why I have to tell here this A is of the type integer. Like this I have to write. Okay. This is what I have to write. Int A is equals to 5. Okay. And when I type like that, int A equals to 5. Okay, watch here. I'll compile and I'll execute. See, now we got the proper answer. Okay, we got the proper answer. So I hope you have understood, why it is very important here to write integer. Okay. Now I will tell you, okay, what will happen, here, what is initialization, what is declaration, we'll see. I'll go to the whiteboard now. Okay. So I have written int A is equals to 5. Okay. Now whatever you are seeing here, okay, this is called as declaration. Okay. Declaration. This is called as declaration. So declaration means you are declaring that A is of the type integer. You are declaring that. Okay. You are declaring A is of the type integer. And whatever you are doing here, assignment you are doing, that is called as initialization. Okay, it is called as initialization. Okay, so I hope you have understood. This is the left hand side is called as declaration, the right hand side is called as initialization. Whenever you initialize a value to a variable, that is called as initialization. Whenever you declare a variable, what is declaration? Declaration means you are telling a variable is of what type. Okay, I hope you have understood. Declaration means you are announcing, you are declaring to the whole world this variable is of the this type only. Okay, fine. Now since you understood this, first take the screenshot. Okay, take the screenshot, because the next point which I'm going to tell you, most of the people will do mistake there. So it is better that I correct you now itself than you doing the mistake in the future. Okay, I hope you have taken the screenshot. Let me clear this. Yes. Now let me go back to my code and I will show you one more code here. Okay. Now I given the value of A. Okay. Now what I'll do is I will again give the value. Now I'll tell, A is equals to 10. I will tell A is equals to 10. Okay. Now tell me, if I print the value of A, will it print the first A value or the last A value? What do you think is the answer? Or is it an error? What do you think is the answer? Okay, someone of you telling last 10, maybe. I think, those who are telling the answer as 10, Okay, fine. Last A value, okay. Now, see, yes, you are right. Okay, understand this thing. Whatever is the last value for a variable, that is saved. Okay, that is saved. The previous value of A is lost. But here, don't you think the code is wrong? The code is wrong. Why the code is wrong? Because I have given this 10 value. I have given it to a variable. But did I tell what type that variable is? See, don't you think I have initialized? I have initialized. But did I declare that variable? No, I have not declared the variable, right? Yes or no? So I have to declare that variable. How do I declare a variable? I have to tell it is of the integer type. Okay, I have to tell it is of the integer type. Now, don't you think I have done initialization and declaration here? Yes. Don't you think now our program is correct? Tell me, is my program correct now? Tell me, is my program correct? Okay. Let's see. We'll get to know when I compile and execute. Watch here. Yes. Okay. Mahendra Sonu. Okay. You are telling yes, huh? Let's see. What problem we'll get. We'll see now. Okay. This is a problem. Watch here. Yes. Okay. What it is telling? Okay. It is telling the error as what is telling? The variable, okay, the variable a is already defined in the main method. Okay, it is already defined in the main method. It is telling there is one error. Okay, what it is telling? It is telling I have already defined it. Okay, which means I want you to understand. I want you to understand very carefully here. Don't you think? Don't you think you have declared it two times? One time you have declared, and second time again you are declaring. Don't you think? Yes, that is a problem here. Remember one thing, initialization, you can do thousands of times, but declaration for a variable has to be done only once. Declaration for a variable has to be done only once. Why is that like that? If you're thinking, because most of you will get doubt there. I'll tell you one small story, okay? See, imagine that, okay, when you are in maybe third standard, fourth standard, your teacher has told you, that lion is king of the jungle, right? Lion is the king of the jungle. Now, don't you think when someone tells a lion is the king of the jungle, don't you think he's announcing it in the mic actually? He's telling everyone to know that lion is the king of the jungle. So when you declare something, okay, when you declare something, everyone will get to know what you have told. Okay, so teacher has told in a third standard, okay, that lion is the king of the jungle. Again, the next day she will come in the class. Again, she will tell lion is the king of the jungle. Again, next day she will come to the class. Again, she will tell lion is the king of the jungle. Like that, if she keep on doing for 5 years, okay. In fourth standard also, she is telling the same thing every day in the morning. Lion is the king of the jungle. Okay, in the sixth standard, when you are in sixth standard also, she is telling lion is the king of the jungle. Now, don't think you are getting irritated. Why you are getting irritated? Now you will tell ma'am, hey ma'am, you told once in the third standard, lion is the king of the jungle. I understood that time only. Please don't declare again and again and again. Okay, I want you to understand that. Okay, you will tell the ma'am that, ma'am, you have declared once. I have understood. Now don't declare again and again and again, because I have already understood in the previous time. Yes, that is what is very important here. Declaration has to be done only once, because our computer will remember that declaration. Okay. See, in the code I have told A is of the what type? Okay. A is of integer type. Don't you think I have already declared the variable? I already told A is of what type? So again, why you are telling A is of the type int again here? That's why I'll remove this. Now, don't you think only one time declaration I have done and multiple times, initialization I have done? If this is the case, there is no problem, because declaration has to be done only once, and it is done only once only. Okay. So if I compile and execute, see, when I compile, there is no problem. Let's wait for the answer. Yes, there is no problem. And when I execute, I'll get the latest value of A. Okay, I'll get the latest value of A. So I want you to understand this. So in the future, okay, whenever you see a compilation error message as like this, okay, whenever you see, I'm not only teaching you programming, right? I have to teach you how to recognize your errors also. Because if you want to overcome your errors, you have to know what program will give what errors. So whenever you see the error as variable is already defined, okay, then okay, if it tells like that, I want you to understand one thing. Can you see 6 here? Can you see 6? It means that there is an error in the line number 6. Okay, that's it. So I'll go to the line number 6. See, this is the line number 6. Okay. And in the line number 6, yes, there is a error here. Declaration has not to be done twice. Okay. I hope you have understood this simple concept. Please take this screenshot. Error. It is variable. Okay. Just a minute. Error. Variable is already defined. Variable is already defined. That error message it is. Please take this screenshot fast. Okay, so I think you have understood here what the problem is. Okay, so that is our topic. That was our topic on initialization and declaration. Okay, now let's see what are the types in which we can initialize and declare a variable. Okay, let's see that. Now what I can do is, it is not compulsory. Okay, it is not compulsory that as soon as you initialize you have to declare a variable. No, what I'll do is I'll do like this. Okay, yes, what I'll do is I will declare here. This is declaration, right? Informing the compiler A is of what type is called as declaring. Okay, it is called as declaration. Okay, it is called as declaration. Okay, and the below line is called as initialization. Okay, initialization. Okay, and this is the one more way we can declare and initialize a value. You can declare a variable on the top and initialize whenever you want the program to give the value. Okay, this is what we can do. Now if I print the value of A, okay, watch here. So I'll compile and execute. Okay, see, answer is the same, 10. So I hope you have understood. In this way also we can do. Take this screenshot. Take this screenshot. Okay. Okay, just I want to ask the same thing again. Whether my audio and video, are they clear? Are they clear? Okay. Okay. See, I am definitely sure that maybe some of you will feel this as boring. Okay, because see, imagine if you are getting bored, you are watching this for the first time. I am doing this for maybe 50th time, 60th time. How much bored I should be, right? But nothing can be done because I have to go from the scratch only. Okay, maybe if you are interested in the hardcore topics, come join after 4 to 5 days. It's your wish, but I strongly suggest you attend all these classes also. Okay, now I will go to the next part because I don't stop here. I have to tell you more about initialization and declaration. Okay, now let's see other topic, that is how to declare and initialize multiple variables, right? Okay, so one thing is like this: I can tell int A, I can tell int B, and I can tell int C. Okay, and in the below I can tell A is equal to 1. Okay, semicolon, then B is equals to 2 and C is equals to 3. Okay, so this is what I have to tell. And remember, after every statement you have to give a semicolon. Okay, fine. So I have declared a variable A, I have declared a variable B, I have declared a variable C. Okay, and in the next line I'm assigning the values for A, B and C, and I want to print A, B and C here. I have to print A, I will print B and I will print C. Let's see. Yes, we have got the output 1, 2, 3. Okay, just a minute. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Yes, we got the answer. Fine. So this is one of the ways to initialize and declare a variable. Please take this screenshot. Please take this screenshot. Okay. Now let's see. Why? Because in one line, how to do this? How to declare variables in one line. That we'll see. So I'll comment here. That is declaration. Okay, declaration of variables in one line. Okay, So that when you take the screenshot, you will understand for what screenshot this is. So now what I can do is, see, I can tell like this, okay? I can tell a comma b comma c, all of these three variables are of the type integer. Like this I can declare. This is called as declaration. This is also you can do. See, don't make the mistake of writing semicolon everywhere, okay? Because if you write semicolon, it means the statement is ended, which means you are only telling A is of the type int, but I don't know what is B and C. Because you see here, before the B, did you tell anything? No, right? Before the B, there is a semicolon. So B type is not there and C type is not there. But if I put a comma here, okay, if I put a comma, it understands that, okay, that A and B and C, three are also of the type int. This is how to declare multiple variables of the same type, okay? And initialization, I have to do it in the new line only. That's why I have done like this, okay? Fine. I want you to, take this screenshot. I'll compile and execute. Let's see. Compilation is done and execute. Yes, we got the same answer. So take this screenshot. Declaration of variables in one line. Okay, so I hope you have taken the screenshot. Okay, so we are understanding something here. Okay, next. Now I want to know how do I, okay, one thing I'll ask you, ask question to you. You have to tell me, if I put semicolon here, yes, definitely I'll get error. But what error it is? You have to tell me the name of the error now. What error? Will it tell, multiple declaration variable already there, or what will it tell? What will it tell? If I write a program like this, please chat here to tell me what error message will I get. See, the error message which I'll get is, okay, since I have not, see, did I declare B, did I declare C? If I have not declared, compiler doesn't know what is B, which means it will tell symbol not found, okay? Watch here, something like that error message it will tell. Not a statement, yes, not a statement, because if I write like this, it is not a statement at all, because you can write those variables, okay? If you can't write variables like this, right? It is not a statement at all, because just B doesn't have meaning. But if I remove those, now what error message it will tell? Watch here, okay? It will tell, see, cannot find symbol. Now you are trying to assign a value to a symbol. You are trying to assign a value to a variable, but that variable is not there. Yes, cannot find symbol. Okay. But if I undo, here it will not tell cannot find variable, because before reaching this line, it will go to this line in the compiler, because compilers scans the code from top to bottom. So when it scans here, if it reaches here, it will tell cannot find symbol. But before reaching that line, it will reach this line, and it doesn't know what is the meaning of B now. Okay, that's why it will tell it is not a statement. Okay, fine. So now I want you to understand, that how to initialize. Okay, because I'll put semicolon here. So this is fine, right? Yes, this is fine. Now declaration. See the topic now. Declaration and, okay, and where is that and? Okay, and initialization. Initialization. Okay, initialization of variables in one line. Okay, I hope you can see that also. Yes, in one line. So declaration and initialization. How to do declaration as well as initialization in the same line, that I'll be telling you now. Watch here. I have to tell a equals to 1, right? I have to remove that, and I have to tell here itself a equals to 1. Okay, I have to tell b equals to 2 here itself, b equals to 2, comma, and I'll remove b equals to 2. As of now, I'll keep c equals to 3 here only to show you that we can mix also, no problem. So I'll compile and execute. Watch here. Yes, I have compiled. Yes, so you are able to see, I'm getting the same answer. So at the end, I'll tell c equals to 3, and I'll remove this. So this is how to declare and initialize variables in the same line. Okay. if I press and if I execute, I'll get this answer. Okay. I hope you have understood this point. Please take this screenshot here. Please take the screenshot. Okay. Now one more thing I will tell you, right? Now you can actually initialize 3 variables at the same time. Okay. Maybe let's say like this. Okay. I will declare 3 variables, int a comma int b comma int c. Okay. I have told 3 variables. Now what I can do is I can tell like this. Hey, give this 5 value. Whatever 5 value is there, give this to c. That value you give this to b. That value you give this to a. You know, like this I can tell. This is also one more way we can write a program. Now what will happen is, understand one thing, that values will start flowing from 5 to c, from c to b, and from b to a. So this is the way the flow will happen, which means 5 value is given to c also, it is given to b also, it is given to a also. Okay, which means, don't you think a, b and c, all the 3 values will be 5 5 5? Yes. So assigning, now the topic is, okay, initialization of all or multiple variables. There is no space here. Let me reduce the font size. Multiple variables, okay, with same value, okay, with same value. Okay. So I hope the heading is clear, right? So we are initializing multiple variables with the same value. So this is the way to do it. Yes, please, take this screenshot. Take this screenshot. Okay, I have to compile and execute, right? So I have not executed that. Let's see. Okay. So answer will be 5 5 5. Yes. Take this screenshot. Some important points are there, which I'll not be telling in the first few days. Let the days pass. I'll tell it slowly. Okay. Okay. So I hope you have taken the screenshot. Now let's see one thing. What I can do is, see, I can declare b and c variables there. Okay. I can declare b and c variables there. Now, if I compile this program, don't think I'll get one error. I'll get an error because B and C, whatever I'm printing and whatever I'm using here, I have already declared. So compiler knows what is B, what is C. Now don't think you're using A here. You're using the value of A, but you have not declared what's of the A type. Okay, that's why if I compile, okay, it will tell an error message like this. Watch here. See, cannot find symbol A. It is showing the arrow mark also. I can't find symbol A. On what line number? Line number 6. So I'll go to line number 6, yes. It can't find symbol. That is why I can declare here also. Okay. I can declare the A in this line. So this is also I can do. So if I compile, so this is one more way to do it. Okay. Let's see. Press any key to continue. Yes. See, the same answer I got. Okay. So I hope you are able to, grasp all these things. Now, yes, please take this screenshot. You take this screenshot. So first, don't write a program like this. Okay, don't tell. Sir has told that if I give comma, okay, if I give comma, it means that what does it mean? It means that A, B, and C are of the type int. So if the logic applies there, the logic should apply here also, right? The logic should apply here also, which means now you are telling that A, B, and C are of the type int and has a value 5. See, it doesn't work like that. Okay, it doesn't work like that. Why? Because watch here. What will happen? It will tell cannot find a symbol. Okay, it will tell cannot find symbol. Why it will tell cannot find symbol? Why? Because watch here. The 5 value you are giving, first you are giving it to C, yes sir. But if you are giving it to C, first you have to declare what type that C is. If you don't know what type the C is, how can you receive 5? 5 is of the integer type. If integer type has to be given to someone, that someone should be already defined. Whom should I give? So 5 should be given to C. But did I define what is that C? What type it is? No. That is why it is there only. It is compilation error. Okay. So if you want to give the values to B and C, first B and C has to be declared. That is why I will write above this line int B comma C. Okay, declaration is done, and below I am using that value. Watch here. Now there is no problem. Okay, now there is no problem. So this is also we can do. Okay, I hope you have understood these topics here. So this was all about initialization and declaration of multiple variables. Okay, fine. So what's the time now? Okay, it is 3:20. So already 1.5 hours has passed, I think, right? Okay. So for today, okay, for today, I would like to end it here. Okay, I would like to end it here. Now I'll ask the question with you guys. Are you guys ready to listen for 20, maybe 15 more minutes? If you are ready to listen, I'll continue the classes. Okay. Are you ready to listen? Yes. Okay. If that's the case, I will continue. Okay. Yes, definitely I will upload. Okay, Zain, I will upload these videos in the YouTube. I couldn't upload yesterday's video because it was not clear at all. I felt so bad. That those videos were of paste. But that is why today is a new video. Okay, and I will upload this today in the YouTube. Don't worry. Okay. Fine. Now, okay. I'll delete this. Okay. Now I will tell you how to rename the file. Okay, how to rename the file. Now in a file there can be many classes. Okay, in a file there can be many classes. I can write class demo there. Okay, and I can write. Okay, maybe let me create a new file. Okay, I'll create a new file. In the new file when I create. Okay, so okay, screen is being shared. Okay, so when I create a new file, so this is a class. Maybe I'll name the class as class launch. Okay. Class name can be anything. Sir, should it be uppercase only? L should be uppercase only? No, not required. I can give lowercase also. Okay, but let me give uppercase as of now because that is the naming convention. Okay, it's a convention. It's not a rule. It's a convention. Okay, the rule is different. Convention is different, right? Okay. So see, for example, what's the difference between rule and convention? See, rule means if you break the rule, there is a punishment for you, right? That is a law. Like for example, if you kill someone, there is a punishment for you because you are breaking the rule. Okay. Here, it is not a rule; it's a convention. Convention means it is not a rule, but people follow it everywhere. For example, I go in the streets, dressing like this, normally. But if I go in the streets dressing like a Superman, putting this underwear inside out, then don't think people will laugh at me because I am not following the convention. Will police come and take me to their police station? No, because I'm not breaking a rule, but people will laugh at me. Exactly. If people don't want to laugh at your code, then what you have to do is you have to make that class as first letter as uppercase. That's a convention. Okay. And the convention for method is they should be in lowercase. Okay. More about this convention you will get to know because I'll be sharing you some resources. You can watch it from there. Okay. Now I have named one class as launch. Now this is a file which can contain not only one class but many classes. Okay. Don't you think in one school there are many classes? Same thing like that. Here in a file, I'll make multiple classes. Okay. Now I'll make the class. I'll name the class as class. Maybe I'll tell A. I can rename it anyhow. Okay. Then, sir, inside this, are you not going to write anything? No, I'll leave it as empty. That is fine. Class can be empty. Don't you think your classroom right now is empty? Yes. The classrooms can be empty. No problem. That's why here also I'll make one more thing. That is yes, class. Don't make this class as C as uppercase. C should not be uppercase. C should be lowercase only. Okay. Class. I'll make it as class B. Okay. I'll name it as class B. Everything is fine now. Now the question is when I save this program, when I press Ctrl S or when I go here and when I click save, okay, it will ask me one thing. Okay, it will ask me one thing. It will ask me with what file name you want to save this program. That is what it is asking me. Now tell me, can I write anything what I wish? Can I write hi? Can I write hi? No, that you should not do. I'll tell you what name you have to write. You have to write such a class name. You have to write class name only. Which class name you have to write? You have to write such a class name. Okay, I will close this for now. You have to write such a class name who has main method. Okay, now which class has public static void main? Which is that class which has public static void main? Yes, the class name is launch, right? The class name is launch. Launch is the class which has public static void main. That is why I have to remember this name, and when I'm saving it, okay, when I'm saving it, I have to give the same name with the same capital letters. Okay, I have to give the same name like this. Okay, I hope you are able to see here. I have given the same name as the class name which contains the main method. Okay, so you have to remember which class contains the main method. That file name should be of the same class. Okay, it should be of the same class. Now I will save this. Okay, I will save this. I have named it as launch. Okay, fine. Now let me tell you the control flow. Okay, what will happen is, okay, Java is created by James Gosling. Okay, it's okay not to. It's not required to remember the person's name. James has created this Java, and James has made a rule. He has made a rule that whatever you write, you should be writing within a class only. Okay, you should be writing within a class only. Inside a class only, everything should be there. Now, why is that rule? I will tell you because it is somewhat related to real world also. Your Java programming language was created to solve real world problems. Okay, it was created to solve real world problems. So in real world, don't you think I am a human being, right? And this is a pen, this is a mobile, right? Don't think this Redmi 5 belongs to a class means type, right? I'm of what type? I'm of human type, right? So this is of maybe pen type, right? And this is of mobile type. So Redmi 5 mobile belongs to the type of mobile. And in Java, okay, in English we tell it as type. Okay, in English we will tell it as type. Okay, this is our English. Okay, we will tell it as type. In Java, okay, in Java we will call the type as class. Okay, so in English we will tell it as type, right? In Java we will tell the same type as class. Class is nothing but type only. Okay, so I belong to the class called as human. Okay, now why James Gosling has told that? Okay, why James Gosling had told that everything should be within a class? See this main method. Don't you think this main method is within a class? Why it should be within a class? Because to replicate the real world scenario. In real world also, don't you think I belong to a human class? Each and everything, whatever you see, it belongs to some class. Here there is a bed sheet, right? This belongs to a class called as maybe cloth, right? This belongs to a class called as plastic. This is a mouse. So everything, each and everything, whatever you see in front of your eyes, everything belongs to some class. In real world, if everything belongs to some class, don't think in Java programming also everything should be written within a class. For that reason, this rule has been made. Okay, why? Because to support this real world scenario. Okay, if we can replicate the real world in Java, which means that we can solve real world programs in Java. Okay, that is why remember everything should be within a class. Now don't write like this. Okay, you have written class launch there and you're writing int a here. You can't write like this at all because nothing is there within a class. Everything should be there within a class. So I have to write int a, okay, within a class. I can write it here, no problem. I can write it here, int a. Okay, this is fine. Okay, I'll compile. This is fine. Okay. Now I can also write, I'll compile. Okay. I can also write int b here like this, int b. See, int b is equals to maybe 5. I'll tell like this. This is also fine. Yes or no? Because I have written something within a class, so that is perfectly fine. I have written something within a class. So this is what I wanted to tell you. And now let's see something. Okay, let's see something about method calls. Now, for as a beginner, you understand one thing, that methods should be written as public static void. Okay, So public static void is not the name of the method. It is not the name of the method. This name of the method is main method only. Okay, name of the method is main method. Okay, this public static void, what it will do? It will help the compiler to see the method very clearly. Okay, that I'll tell in the future. But what you have to do is, you have to, if you're writing any method, you have to write public, okay, static, okay, void. You write these three things everywhere when you're writing a method. Now what I will do is, I will write a method. Okay, I'll write a method with the name display. Okay, okay, or let's say I'll write a method with the name, tell hi, okay, tell hi. So method name can be anything. I have told method name here. Okay, now how do you define a method? That is very important. Okay, for a method to be defined, there are 4 important things to be done. What the first important thing? The first important thing is method should have a name. Okay, method should have a name. Yes, so let me annotate here, just a minute. Okay, the mouse is not working. Okay, okay, so annotate. So method should have 4 things here. The first thing is it should have a name. Okay, yes, okay, it should have a name. Yes, our method now has a name, that is tell hi. Okay, and it should have this public static void. Okay, let me write PSV as of now so that you'll understand. It should have public static void also. Okay, third one, what's the third one? Third one is, okay, parameters. Okay, parameters. Sir, what is this parameters, sir? What is this parameters? I'll tell you. Parameters means, okay, that is these brackets. Can you see these brackets here? Can you see brackets? Yes. So this brackets is important. So that we have to write parameters. And what is the fourth one? The fourth one is a body. Fourth one is a body. So a method should compulsory have these 4 things to be called as a method. So our method has tell hi, it has a name, it has public static void, and it has a bracket. So 3 things are done. Now what's a body? Body means opening curly brackets, closing curly brackets. So if a method has these 4 things, then only it is called as a method and error will not happen. Now I want you to take this screenshot. Okay, I want you to take this screenshot. Take this screenshot. Okay, I hope you have taken the screenshot. Now clear all drawings. Okay, so let's complete this, right? Let's complete this method. So if tell hi, right, I will give the brackets and I'll give the body, that's it, nothing is a problem here. Now if I compile and if I execute, let's see what will happen. Okay, yes, I'll compile and I'll execute. Okay, I'll execute. See, answer is hello world. Answer is hello world. So why the answer is hello world? Watch here. Okay, so I'll tell you how the control flow is happening now. Okay, yes, so what will always happen is when you execute your program, always control will first come to the main method. Okay, control will first come to the main method. When the control comes to main method, inside the main method, is there anything here? Yes, there is something, right? What is that? There is system.out.println. So the control will come there and it will print something to the screen. So hello world is printed to the screen. Okay, after printing this, your main method gets ended. Don't think you are seeing the closing bracket of main method. When you are seeing closing bracket of main method, your main method gets ended. Okay, after the main method gets ended, then what will happen? Are you thinking that will the control come here, tell hi? No, control will not come there at all, because control is given to the main method. Did main method call tell hi? No, not at all. So how will tell hi execute, right? That is why I understand only this much. That is, only main method will execute, other methods will not execute. Okay, now let me write something here. Okay, that is, I will write here. Okay, that is system. Okay, dot out dot println. Okay, system dot out dot println, and I'll tell here. Okay, tell hi. Okay, method, tell hi method executed. I'll tell like that. Tell hi method is executed. I want to display this. Now, if I compile and execute, what will be the output? Okay, what will be the output if I compile and execute? Watch here. Answer is still hello world only. Why it is hello world? Why? Because watch here. Okay. Okay. So what happened is, control always goes to whom first? Always, control will go to the main method only. So control has come to the main method. Okay. When it comes to the main method, it will come inside the main method. So inside the main method, there is only one line, that is hello world. It will print the hello world. After printing the hello world, don't think the control will see the closing bracket of main method. Whenever control sees the closing bracket of the main method, the program stops executing. Okay. Now you might be thinking, sir, you wrote one line, tell hi. Why this is not getting executed? This is not getting executed because no one has called this method. No one has called this method. That's why it is not getting executed. Okay. It is not getting executed. So how to call this method? That is what you're thinking now. How to call the method so that we can execute? Okay. If you want to call the method, then there is a syntax for it, which is very simple. Okay. What you have to do is, watch here. If you want to call a method, you have to, okay, you have to tell what if you, when you're calling a method, that method name you have to write. What's the method name? Method name is tell hi. Method name is tell hi, right? Okay. Now, don't you think I have written h in lowercase here, but the actual method name h is in uppercase? Yes, that you have to be very careful. What you have to do is you have to make this as uppercase only. Okay. Okay. Now we have made it as uppercase. What will happen if you make it as lowercase? We'll see later. Okay. But sir, if I tell this much, is it enough? Will it call the method? It will not call because semicolon is important. Semicolon is important. I have to give semicolon. But is this much enough? No. I have to tell a tell hi is not a variable. Okay, because variables names are like this. If there is any method, methods are represented by the brackets like this. So how will the compiler know that tell hi is a method? It will get to know that tell hi is a method only if you give those two brackets. Now this is the way to call a method. Now let's see what will happen. Before executing, let's trace the program. So I'll go to the spotlight here. So first, control will always come to the main method. When the control comes to the main method, first line, what it is seeing? It is seeing hello world. So definitely our output will be, okay, what is our output? The first output, let me write here. Our output will be hello world. Our output will be hello world. After hello world is printed, after that is printed, then don't you think control will come to the second line? After first line is executed, the control will come to second line. Okay. Now the control will come here. When the control comes here, don't you think you're telling execute tell hi? You are calling a method called as tell hi, which means what will happen is the control, okay, from here. So control from here, you will directly jump to this tell hi method. And when the control comes here to the tell hi method, what you're doing? You're printing this line. Tell hi method is executed. So it will, in the output, it will execute tell hi method is executed. I'm writing in a short form, tell hi method is executed. After executing this line, okay, okay, don't you think the control will come below? Yes. When the control comes below, don't you think there is a closing bracket? Yes. Whenever there is a closing bracket, it will go back to where it was called. Okay. And it will come back here. I will talk about it more in detail. So our tell hi method also got executed. Let's see. Okay. I'll clear this. Let's see what is the answer. Okay. So, first it will print hello world, then it will print tell hi method is executed. So this is the way to call a method from another method. Okay, this is a way to call a method from another method. Now, please take this screenshot. Take this screenshot. Okay, you have taken the screenshot. Okay. Okay. Now, if I remove this tell hi, okay, no, I will show you what will happen. Okay, when you remove this h and you write lowercase h, right? So when I tell like that, see, name is a name, which means it is case sensitive. Okay, in Java, it is case sensitive. What is telling? It is telling cannot find symbol. So it doesn't know what is this tell hi, because here h is in lowercase, but your method h is in uppercase, right? So that is the reason, right? That is the reason you have to make this h as uppercase h only. Okay, you have to make it as uppercase h. Let's see. No, method name can be anything, right? Method name can be anything. Okay. Now I want to give you one example. Okay, that is, can I make the method name? Okay, I'll make the method name as a. Can I make it as a here? Okay, I'll delete all this. A. Okay. Yeah, let's say I'll undo this. Let it be tell hi. Now the common mistakes what people will do, they will put a semicolon here, because for tell hi there is a semicolon here, and for tell hi here also there should be semicolon. Some people will be thinking like that. Okay, please don't put a semicolon, because what's the meaning of semicolon? Semicolon means the statement is ended. Statement is ended. But don't you think, it just started here? The movie just started here, but you're ending it there only. That's why picture abhi baki hai, so we have to not put semicolon there. Okay, because if I put a semicolon, it means movie is ended, but movie is just getting started. Okay, in what happened is, in the introduction of the movie, they'll give the movie name, then show you the movie. So as soon as you show the movie name, you're closing the movie. That should not happen. So after the movie name, let the movie execute, right? So after the movie name, let the movie execute. That's why, remember, okay, when you are defining a method, this is called as defining a method. Okay, when you're defining a method, we should not put semicolon in the signature. Okay, we should not put semicolon in the signature. Now this is called as signature of the method. Okay, I will write it so that you can copy. So whatever you are seeing here, this complete line, this is called as signature. Okay, signature of method. This is our terminology, signature of the method. You can take this as a screenshot, and you can take a note, that is, you can remember permanently that, don't write semicolon. Okay, don't write semicolon in the method. Okay, fine. So let's see here. Can I name the method name as a? Yes, if I define the method name as a, I have to call the method with the same name. I have to call the method with the same name. Yes, so I have to tell a also there. I have to tell a also there. Okay, so I'll compile and I'll execute. I'll get the same output. Okay, now what will happen if I cut this from here and if I paste this, okay, above? Okay, I'll tell a. Okay, then I'll call like this. This is how to call a method, right? I have to tell the method name, then I have to tell the compiler that it is a method by writing these brackets, then I have to put a semicolon. Now, will the output be same as the previous one, or will the output change? Okay, now the output will change. Okay, why the output will change, I will tell you. Watch here. So, okay, if I annotate and if I tell spotlight, yes. So when the program is executed, first the control is given to whom? Main method. In the main method, it will draw this. It will scan first line, second line. Okay, yes, line. There is a method call. What will happen is, watch here. When method call is there, when method call is there, from top to bottom, the control executed. Whenever it sees a method, it will not execute the below line. It will not execute the below line. Whenever it sees a method, what it will do is, it will jump from this method call to the method definition here. So from that to here, it will jump. I want you to understand that. From that to here, it will jump. When it comes to A, now what will happen? Now there is, again, it will execute this method. So from top to bottom, it will execute the A. When the control comes here, system.out.println, now it will print something to the screen. So don't you think first hello world is not printed? First hello world is not printed at all. Okay. So what is printed first? Tell hi method executor is printed first. This is printed first. Okay. After printing this, okay, I will write here. Okay. That is tell hi method is executed. Okay. After executing this, what will happen? Your control will flow. It will go down and it will see this closing bracket. Okay. I'm sorry. It will see this. It will go down and it will see this closing bracket. Okay. Okay. So when it sees this closing bracket, what will happen? Whenever it sees closing bracket, it means that the method is finished its execution. So it will go back, it will go back from where it was called. It was called from this line. So it will go back and it will start executing from here. Okay. So what will happen now? A's job is finished. So it will go back and from here, again the execution will start. So when it starts the execution from here, immediately it will see the second line, that is hello world. That is why after this, hello world is printed. Okay. After this, hello world is printed. So that's the difference between this program and the previous program. Okay. So see, tell hi method is executed, then hello world is printed. So this is how the control flow, okay, is in the Java. I'll clear all drawings. Okay. So I hope you can see, you can see clearly here. So when the control is coming from the main method, first A is executed. If A is called, you have to go to A, execute the A, again come back and resume your operation. Okay. So that is what you have to understand here. Okay. And how to call a method? I hope you have understood now, right? To call a method, you have to define a method. And how do you define a method? Publish static void, method name, parenthesis, body. That's it. Okay. So today, I want you to practice this method calls, variable assignment and all today. And tomorrow we'll see more on this. Okay. Tomorrow I'll tell you about static, right? From static method, how do you call non-static method, about classes, about objects. Tomorrow I'll be telling you. Okay. So I hope today's class was informative and there was no problem in listening to the classes. I thank all of you for attending this class with such an interest. And definitely you just wait, stick here for 3 to 4 more days until I start the programming. Okay, because there is a difference. Because this what I am teaching, maybe this is there online. Maybe there are many other Java trainers who will be teaching all these things. Okay, but the things what I'll be teaching in programming, that is I think very hard to find. Yes. So have a great day. Okay, thank you.